Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm going to get right in it. You know what I can never figure out about YouTube is why do they always have all these long intros? Like nobody want here for the intros. They just want you to get to the point, which I am going to do. So no long intros here. All right, so you guys know this show is all about relationships. This is Lord Put a Ring on It, the relationship room. So what's up, roomies? Thank you again for tuning in. I know I haven't been here for a while. I started the channel, but then I went to Europe for a month. So I was in Italy and Spain and in Paris, and I had the time of my life. But I am back now. I am back. So I was gone for a very long time. But you know, even when you get back, there's so many things to do. So I'm jumping back into the relationship thing today because this is what we're here for. We are here to talk about relationships. So today it was important for me to jump on because, you know, I've been getting a lot of emails and letters because I also am a host for iHeartRadio. If you haven't caught any of my shows, it's Lord Put a Ring on It on iHeartRadio. But I'm getting on because I'm returning some emails. As I'm getting to my emails, I get the same thing over and over and over again. So this one particular thing has to do with why women keep putting up with the men's bullcrap, the same stuff over and over and over again. And I want to say this to you ladies today. I'm always going to be straight with you, straight no chaser. I'm also a Christian, so I'm all about doing things the way that Christ would have us do things, right? So I want to say with that, it is not the man's fault, ladies. It is your fault. Yep, it's your fault. And the reason it's your fault is because you continue to allow these behaviors even after you see them over and over and over again, because so many women keep asking, why does he keep doing these things? And the answer is real simple. Sometimes we try to make things really hard. We try to make them complicated. But the answer to that is really simple. It's because you allow it. Think about it for a minute. Just think about that for a minute. Anything that you allow a person to do, they're going to continue to do it, especially if there is not a repercussion behind it. So a lot of the behaviors we get is because we choose to accept it. I like to give a good example. I'm married. So I have a wonderful husband. I've been married for 14 years, right? However, when I was dating my husband, the first thing I said, you know, before he was even my husband, is the fact that, listen, if you tell me you're going to call me at 8 o'clock, you need to call me at 8 o'clock, because if you call me, and I'll give you a 5-minute, 10-minute courtesy, I will. Sometimes people get stuck in traffic, different things, who knows, whatever the case may be. But if you're calling me at 8:30, 8:45, 9:30, when you told me you're going to call me at 8 o'clock, I'm not picking up the phone for you, because the first time I picked the phone up for you and you've called me at 8:25 when you told me you were calling at 8, that is me saying to you, it's okay for you to call me anytime you want. It's okay for you to tell me one thing, but you're going to do something else. So no, I had to set the bar from the gate. Ladies, we have to set the bar from the beginning. We can't wait until we're in these relationships. No, if somebody tells you you're going to do something, you have to hold them to it. Now, yeah, things come up, emergencies and things like that, so we can be understanding. However, if it is a pattern, and a pattern is something that we know happens over and over again, so the first time we allow it is when they are now calculating in their head, oh, okay, so this is cool. So this is how the relationship is going to continue to go, because you've already set that example. He said you can call you at 8, he calls you at 9, and you're waiting by the phone. Oh, hey, boo. You know, I'm not even picking the phone up for you at 9 o'clock when you told me 8 o'clock, because now I am setting the standard and I am saying 8 o'clock. That's what it was. You didn't call. You snooze, you lose. So the next time you think about telling me that you're going to do something and you don't do it, or you think about being late, or you think about not doing it, then you're going to really have to think about it. Is she worth it? Or is she not going to take my call? So now you have them thinking. They're in that zone of thinking. I say all of that to say the behaviors you get are because of the behaviors that you allow. Stop saying it is the man's fault. Why is he doing it? No, it's your fault. It is your fault, ladies. And I know y'all don't want to hear this. And, I don't even like to say it, but come on, let's keep the truth the truth. The truth is what it is. The more we allow things, the more those things are going to happen. Now, again, there are some behaviors, that we're not allowing that may happen, right? However, I'm talking about things that that this man is continually cheating. He's continually treating you bad. He's continually doing things that you're saying that I don't like it. I have enough of it. If you have enough, you wouldn't put up with it anymore. And I always say a lady is not tired until she's tired. Because when you're truly tired, you'll start making changes. And we already know what it means to be insane. Insanity. It means that you keep doing the same thing, but you are expecting a different result. So we have to position ourselves not to be, not to be rugs, not to be just walked over. We have to set the bar. Ladies, you have power. You have so much power. It's unbelievable. You have to set the bar for this, because if you don't, again, you're going to get what you get. I'm a fan of the Real Housewives series, and sometimes I'll talk about it on this channel going forward. But I look at it from a relationship point of view. And also I like to see African-American women doing well, even though on those shows sometimes they're just dragging each other. And that's the part I don't like. And they are, just making each other out to be other than what they are, queens, right? So we all should be treating each other like queens. But sometimes they do that, but more than not, they allow these networks to make them act like buffoons to one another. But anyway, I look at it for the relationship. So one relationship that's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta is Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore has been married to this Mark Daly person for I don't know how long, but they've been married for several years now. However, they've been going through a divorce for several years now. Can divorces take a long time because they can get a little messy? Absolutely. But I also understand that there are parts of people who hold on to things and then they want to continue to say, it is his fault. He's doing all these things. Now, I don't know what's going on in her relationship. I don't want to pretend to. I bring that up to say, I heard her on the show the other day, as an example. She said, well, you know what? I have these embryos. I'm thinking about getting pregnant again because, we had these little, they had extra embryos when they had their first baby. So they had extra. So somebody asked her something in reference to, the embryos. And she was talking about whether or not she was going to consult with Mark. And she says, well, I just been pretty much, I'm paraphrasing here. Pretty much she don't want to bring it up to him because she knows it's going to cause issues with him, right? But yet and still, she is 100% the owner of those embryos. So to me, she's sending a message to him, oh, you still matter. It still matters what you think, what you want to do. So she's sending that message to him, but yet in the next message, she's saying, I don't want him. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's Mark. He's dragging his feet. He's making it hard for me to get this divorce. But in the next vein, like I said, now you're talking about his concerns about what you're doing with these embryos, which you said are 100% yours. So ladies, I say that to say we're sending mixed messages here, but yet we're asking, why is he doing these things to me? Why does he keep doing this? And again, I'm going right back to it, because you allow him to. Sometimes we just don't have the strength. We just don't have the energy. We're just afraid to say enough is enough because we don't want to be alone. I've watched so many relationships go on and on just because women don't want to walk away. It's hard for a woman to walk away. But when you're being treated less than you are supposed to be treated, you should be treated like the queen that you are, the beautiful woman that you are. You bring a lot to the table, and sometimes you just have to remember that. You have to know that you know that you know that you are the prize. So you have to be more important to you than a relationship is to you. And you better believe there is somebody else out there. So you got to worry about being alone if that's what you're afraid of. Just like that guy came along, there's so many more waiting for him to get out of the way so they can treat you like you deserve to be treated. So I just wanted to come on really quickly today just to say, ladies, We get what we get because we allow ourselves to stay in those positions. You have to really be prayerful. You gotta pray. I say you gotta pray about everything. We should be praying about everything anyway. And I always tell women, when you're dating, you're not dating your boyfriend. You're not dating casually. You shouldn't be dating casually. And I'll talk about that stuff at another time. But you should be dating with purpose. There should be a purpose behind why you are dating. Purpose behind it, all right? You should be able to ask yourself, why are you dating this man? What is it about this man? What is he bringing to the table for me? What is in it for me? Because you already know what you have to offer, but what is it for you? What's in it for you? That includes the behaviors, because again, from the door, if you allow certain behaviors, you're going to get certain behaviors. So it's time out, and I'm going to tell people always the truth. It's time out for us saying, why is he doing this? Well, the why is, look at yourself in the mirror. That's the why. Because you, my beauty, are allowing it. You are allowing it. Nobody else, just you. Just as we can't control the man, what he does, how he does it. We can't control whatever he does. We have no control. But we can control us. We control what we do. We can control what we allow in our space. We can control what we allow in our environment, in our psyche. We can control what type of relationships we want. But it starts with you. So stop blaming everything on the man. When women ask me questions, I really listen to them and I say, what do you think you should do? And you know what? They already know the answer. They just want somebody to co-sign the answer for them, or they want you to say what they already know. But the problem is they're not ready and willing to do what they know is right. So ladies, today, be ready, be willing to do what you know is right. Stop putting up with bad behavior, because it ain't him, the bad behavior. It is you with the bad behavior, because your bad behavior, by allowing him to stay, that's your bad behavior. All right. I pray you guys were blessed by something that I said today. And again, I'm back. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you coming back to my channel. And again, I was away for a while, but I am back now. So I will be uploading probably about 3 or 4 times a week. We'll see. I'm trying to catch up on some stuff. But until next time, remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. God bless. Hey, lovebirds. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my books and movies on Amazon.com. See you next time.
No love like this, baby, is extraordinary.